Welcome back to Tim and Sid. Oftentimes we go to the tweet machine and we send out tweets. Our guy Gerry Dee will be joining us in studio next in Tim and Sid. To which Gerry responded, "I'm in the hallway waiting. Does someone come and get me?"
That's pretty good. You ever want to lose somebody? Ask them to go in the Rogers building.
Man,
someone came and got
buildings.
It's like Pan's Labyrinth.
I'm parked in the roundabout. Ryan's like, "You're fine." I'm like, "I'm blocking every car." You're fine.
You're fine.
I talk to security.
We have a European rotunda out front for no reason.
It's no longer a roundabout. I'm just letting you know. It's a come, get blocked, and leave about.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen,
Great
Gerry Dee.
studio.
Gerry Dee, ladies and gentlemen.
Is this the first time you've been in here?
In here, yeah.
You come on.
I've seen it on TV,
before.
but it's much bigger on.
It smells way worse in person, doesn't it?
It's great. Habs jersey. You got all the jerseys.
We do. We do have all the jerseys. Do you miss sports reporting?
Yeah.
Do you really?
What do you miss about it?
Yeah. I miss going to the games because I love going to the games.
Yeah, for free.
And I missed. What I don't miss was because Randy, who you know, we never knew who we were getting.
Right.
So we would get So we would go and we would just, you'd have your wish list. Jeter. Good luck. Remember the first time I tried to get Jeter?
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, let me go do batting practice." And that was the first time I'd seen batting practice. It was a long time. He goes, "Be right back," and he just ran by me. I felt like an idiot, like a little kid wanting an autograph, right? So you never knew who you were going to get, and then sometimes they'd come to you because they'd seen it or they liked it, and then some guys didn't have a clue, and so it was a mix. It was an array of a mix of guys and stuff.
Right.
But I was going to Super Bowls, going to the Masters. I was going to everything. So that I miss, and then talking and meeting these guys was great.
What was the one idea that either came close to happening or did happen, but for some reason you're like, I can't air this. Like we can't do what we want to do with this.
Chelios was playing he was 46 playing for the Thrashers, and they sent him down, and he went, which to me was
that's the move. That's a great move,
comical
actually.
part of it.
Yeah.
And so he got called up to the Thrashers, and they were playing the Leafs, and I went in and I sat with him in the morning skate, and I said, "All right, I'm with Chris Chelios, 46. This has got to be exciting to finally get called up." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" Yeah. I go, "Well, you're in the minors, and they called you up. And that's got to be pretty exciting because you're a little older." He's like, "You an idiot? Like, what do you mean?" So I couldn't air it. I'm like, I had to go out of character and just, I'm like, he's not getting this. He's not going with me.
It's a joke.
Yeah. Keith Kachuk didn't get it.
Oh, yeah?
But the hard ones are the ones you got to commit to.
Right.
And it got hard sometimes because I'm like, this
Which one did you almost bail on, but you didn't?
Messier.
Wait,
As
I
I
stared you
said,
down?
I was at the Hall of Fame, and I just said, with Mark Messier, you were recently inducted. I think it was the year. Like, why did you cry so much? And he shot me a look.
Yeah.
And I saw a guy in the back go, "It's okay." But he shot me a look like, "I'm going to knock this guy out." And it was, yeah, and he came around to it. Because I think someone signaled, it's okay.
Right.
Yeah. There was a few of those that were awkward. And then guys that got it were great.
Yeah.
The basketball guys, you had to commit longer because they could give it back. But the hockey guys eventually knew me, and it was trickier when they knew you. The first one I did was still one of my favorites, was Matt Stajan. And that was hard because it was like, okay, here we go. Like, I didn't know what I was going to do with this character. I'm like, here we go.
No safety net. Here you go.
Nah, this is it. You're in the room, and everyone's like, who's
this
that
guy?
guy?
Got
right?
the other media looking at you.
The real media.
Yeah. It's a weird, no, seriously, it's a weird spot,
Yeah.
right? Like.
And then I only did one-on-ones because it didn't work in a scrum.
Right.
And I said to Matt Stajan, I got cheek to cheek. I said, listen, Gerry Dee from The Score, new reporter, brought the wrong lens. So I got to get close to you, but it's going to look normal on TV. And he's like, hey, sweating. He's like, yeah, man, whatever, man. So I get cheek to cheek. And I've gotten to know Matt, a little bit through Twitter and stuff. And I got cheek to cheek with him. And he's like, you could tell he's like, they're not comfortable with that, right?
Yeah.
And then I yelled at the camera guy, you don't have a 16 you can bring in a 16? I know.
Which means nothing. Yeah.
So then I went over to Wojnowski, and I couldn't remember his name. So every time I'd ask a question, I'm with, and I'd look up at a stall. Oh, God, Yeah, that's a hard. And so they went in the back.
Nameplate on the stall.
Apparently, they went in the back and said, "Did you see this idiot from the school? Yeah, he interviewed me too. He's lost."
Domi just rips you for an hour.
Domi, did I interview? I don't know if I interviewed Domi.
Who was the one? You went to the Marleys and you brought a Greek translator.
That was fun.
And what Vicky? It was Vicky. Yeah, I remember.
What happened with that?
That was fun. I went to go see. I went to go interview. I forget who it was. They got sent down. They got called up.
Zigomanis, was it? Yeah.
Zigomanis, I think I went to get, and it was.
And he wasn't there.
Wasn't there. Alex Foster was there, and I said, "Well, I can't get him, but I got his friend." But I didn't speak. I had to get a Greek translator because he was talking Greek, and she was trashing me. I forget how we did it, but yeah, they were fun. They were a lot of fun. Some of them were fun.
Do you use any of it for the hit show, Mr. D?
No.
No, none of it?
No, there's no connection.
What are the perks at CBC because you're a big shot? Do you get parking spots because the Hockey Night guys don't?
I'm not there. No, I'm not there. I'm never.
Parks in the roundabout.
I go to the building for meetings. Yeah, they were really supportive. Rogers played a big part in that show, staying alive in season 4. They joined forces, so I'm always grateful for what Rogers did. But CBC's been really great, and I'm not at the building unless I have meetings and stuff. And no, they've been supportive.
So how many of those hockey guys knew that you ran a hockey school, and even in the character in Mr. D, you kind of play a guy who's kind of clubby, but you actually trained a lot of NHL players.
Well, I remember the first time Stamkos was playing in the Air Canada Center, and it was 25 reporters around his stall. It was his first game, and he came right to me because I had him in my camps, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" And I got a one-on-one with him, and he wasn't doing one-on-ones that night, right? So I would run into like those guys, 12, 13 of them played in the NHL from this camp I used to run. So they were stars now, so they would always do the interview.
Right.
And you'd go to the Lakers. You'd love to get Kobe, but I couldn't get Kobe.
Right.
I just couldn't get him.
Nobody in Canada could ever get Kobe.
Cabby got him.
I know.
Cabby got him.
Yeah.
Cabby, I think Cabby and him were roommates for a week.
For a little bit, yeah.
So it was great. That was a great aspect of knowing them from when they were 10, 11, and it was exciting. I had nothing to do with their careers, obviously, but they did come to this camp for a couple weeks when I was running a hockey school.